Imagine buying a simple painkiller, and hours later, the entire country goes into panic because of what happened next. A mystery so terrifying, it changed every medicine shelf in the world, and the culprit was never caught. Today, we're diving into the unbelievable real-life case known as the Tylenol Poisonings of 1982, a tragedy that shook the United States, terrified millions, and transformed consumer safety forever. Our story begins on a normal September morning in Chicago. Families went to school, adults headed to work, and pharmacies opened their doors like any other day. No one imagined that a common household medicine was about to become the center of one of the most shocking crime mysteries in American history. It started when a 12-year-old girl suddenly fell critically ill after taking extra-strength Tylenol for a simple headache. Her family was devastated, and doctors were confused. Then, only hours later, similar sudden cases began appearing in nearby neighborhoods. None of the victims knew each other. None had visited the same places, but they all had one thing in common. They had recently taken Tylenol. When investigators tested the remaining capsules, they made a chilling discovery. Several bottles had been tampered with. Someone had secretly removed the capsules, added a deadly substance, and placed the bottles back on store shelves. There was no way for customers to know anything was wrong. At that time, medicine packaging had no protective seals, no tamper-proof features, and no warning labels. News spread quickly, and panic exploded across the country. People rushed home to check their cabinets. Hospitals were overwhelmed with calls. Pharmacies immediately pulled Tylenol from shelves. A simple painkiller had suddenly become a national crisis. But what happened next became one of the most famous corporate responses in history. The makers of Tylenol, Johnson & Johnson, immediately recalled 31 million bottles, a massive financial loss, but a powerful decision to protect the public. They went on national television urging people not to use the product, even though the company itself wasn't responsible for the tampering. Their bold response set a new global standard for crisis management. Investigators worked around the clock. They visited stores, interviewed employees, examined bottle seals, and searched for clues. One suspect, James William Lewis, sent a letter demanding money from the company, claiming he could stop the deaths. But despite the threat, authorities found no evidence linking him to the actual poisonings. To this day, the true criminal behind the Tylenol poisonings has never been caught. But the impact of this tragedy didn't end there. It changed the world of consumer safety forever. Because of this case, tamper-evident features became mandatory on products everywhere. That's why today, medicine bottles have foil seals, plastic wraps, safety caps, and clear warnings. This single case reshaped how companies package everyday products, from medicine to food, to keep people safe. The Tylenol poisonings remain an unsolved mystery, but they also stand as a reminder. Even the most ordinary product can change history. A moment of tragedy led to safety measures that protect millions of people today. And that is the story of the 1982 Tylenol poisonings, one of the most chilling, influential, and unforgettable cases in modern consumer history.